Deepak ji, like to start with India first. And I think if we look at India, I think looking at a particular commodity on a standalone basis, I don't think that's the right way to look at it in current scenario. And if we talk about crops like rice, wheat, maize, pulses we have already discussed, and oil seeds. So all these five commodities are some or the other way interlinked with each other when it comes to production or usage or consumption, right? When we are talking about, as Garima mentioned, that there is a big debate going on between food, feed, fuel, and fiber, right? So clearly all these five commodities are somewhere or the other interlinked. And now what is happening because of geopolitical factors, because of climate change, so these external events has impacted these crops in one or the other way. And in some cases, we have clearly seen that inflation has gone above the roof. In some of the cases, the stock levels have come down drastically, and that has led to government taking a lot of curbs and restrictions in the last 2.5 years. So I'll clearly say that 22 and 23 were the years of restriction. Starting 24, especially on the second half, we have started seeing that a lot of easing down on those curbs and restrictions have started taking place by the government, and that's clearly on account of good monsoon, which India has seen in the last 2 years. And typically, that impact of good monsoon, we can clearly see on the Southeast Asian countries also, especially if we talk about rice. I think this year, Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, including Pakistan, everybody is expecting a very good crop, right? As far as wheat is there, Ukraine crop is definitely much, much better. Australia is definitely lesser. That's what the predictions are there. But if we talk about the price today in case of wheat, I think Ukraine crop would be available in India at around $270 to $80 level, which is very well within the MSP range of 2300 or 24, 25 level. So clearly, there are parities of imports in India if that 40% of import duty restrictions can be removed. So, I think, and 25 is going to be a very, very exciting year. On a couple of fronts, India has become a net importer of corn from the net exporter. We were exporting corn for the last 2-3 years. And now we have become a net importer. In 24, we have almost 500,000 tons of corn we have imported from Myanmar and part from Ukraine on advanced licensing basis. I think for rice, it's going to be a fantastic year. And if everything goes fine, India could cross all the and break all the previous barriers of 22 million tons. And there is a high potential that India can even export 25 million tons of rice in 2025. So 2025, 25 million tons, that's the target rice industry has taken to reach those kind of numbers. Maize, I've clearly talked about that maize is going to be a net importer. How India will look into it, I think the next session will be on maize, so I'll not talk much about it. Pulses, definitely India is a net importer. We are now entering into a bearish cycle. We discussed that in the morning. But again, it's going to be a very interesting year, especially for a couple of